We'll be doing a 11 plus entrance past paper from Royal Grammar School Newcastle. You just need 45 minutes to complete this paper, and it's really a short paper, so let's get started. Let's start doing the paper now. So let's do it. The first one is really interesting. It's really easy ones. As you know that you normally have easy ones from in the beginning in private schools, and in the end you normally get really hard questions. So let's start doing it. The first one is so easy. What is 16 plus 9? All of you would be knowing it's only 25. Then they're asking you 23 minus 19. You will get your answer as 4. You need to be knowing your tables in this one. The next one, they're asking you 7 multiplied by 6. We all know is 42. And the next one is 87 divided by 3. If you don't know you have a rough one to do it. So let's do it. 87 divided by 3. We'll go for 2. You'll get 6. Then you will get 2. You need to get the 7 down. And after that, you know that it goes in 9 because 3 into 9 is 27. That's your answer for this one. So here you will write 29. Then they're asking you what is 81 minus 15. That's also easy one is 66. 23 divided by 20. So let's do this one with you all now. If you don't know your long multiplications, that's something. All of you should be working now with your long multiplications. So it's 23 multiply by 40. The best way of doing this one is just multiply 3 is to 4 is 12. 2 carry over 1. 2 4s are 8 plus 1 9 and just add a 0. 920. You don't need to. And then you have what is 128 plus 54. That's also easy one. You know that it's 182. Then you have what is 12 multiplied by 9. That's also easy, and you know that is 108. Another big multiplication you have 42 multiplied by 21. So let's try doing that one with you all. So I will just do it. 42 multiplied by 21. You need to be really careful in your long multiplications. 2 multiplied by 2 is 2. 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. Then don't forget to write a 0. Then 2 2s are 4. And 4 2s are 8. And after that, you normally add it. And when I add, my answer would be 8 8 2. 8 8 2. That's my answer. So we are done with this one. So let's move on to the next one. So let's move on to the next one. I need to rub all this. The next one is they're telling you Mary has 3 times as many sweets as Leslie, and together they have 32 sweets in total. Work out how many sweets each one of them have. So the best thing is you make a chart. L is for Leslie and M is for Mary. So what are they saying? Mary has 3 times as many sweets as Leslie, and together they have 32. So you know that how many will she has? That's an easy one. So we just need to work out. According to me, she'll have 8 and will have 24. And the total is 32. How did I get that? Because they are telling me together they have 32 sweets. That's a total of sweets given to me. That's the total given to me. And they told me work out how many sweets each one of them have. So you need to work out how many each one of them have. And then you'll see in which table you get 32. And then you just need to work it out because she has 3 times as many as her. So obviously Leslie will have 8 and Mary will have 3 times more than that. That would be 24. You need to add them up and see if your total is right. So you get the total is 32. Good. Or you could do another way of doing this, but I think this is the easiest way we could do it. Or we could do another way. M plus L gives you 32. And she has 3 times as much as her. So we know that 3L plus L gives me 32. And then it is 4L. 4L gives you 32. And then L will equal to 32 divided by 4. That's an easy one. And then try simplifying that and you get 8. So in this way, we know that it's 8. You could find it this way also, or you could do mentally also the other way. Any way would do it, but these are the 2 ways you could do this one. So let's move on to the next one now. So number 3 is they are telling you Mount Everest is 8,848 meters high and Mount Kilimanjaro is 5,895 meters high. How much higher is Mount Everest then? That's an easy one. Mount Everest. From this, you just need to minus it and get your answer. So let's try doing it. 8. I will just make this a little bigger for you so you could see it. I hope you can see it now. I'll just do it again. So in this one, we just need to minus it and get it is 8,848 minus from 5,895. That's easy. 8 to 5 is 3. And 4 to 9, you can't do it. You will go and ask 8, give me 1. So 8 will give you 1. You'll become 14 here and this becomes 7. And then you will have 5 here. 7 to 8, you can't do it. Again, they will ask 8 for help. You'll get it. 17, and this becomes 7. So 17 minus 8 is 9. And 7 minus 5 is 2. That's your answer for this one. So let's move on to the next one. So our answer is 2953. So let's move on to the next one, number 4. Number 4 is they are just asking you the following numbers is used to arrange in order of size starting with the smallest. So write down all the numbers in the correct order with the number line. So you need to write it down with the number line, which one is smaller and which one is bigger. This is an easy one. So I know the smallest is 9.38 would be my first one. Then it is 10.07. Then you have 10.14. Then you have 10.4. Then you have 12.62. And the last one is 12.9. I'll give you a second to have a look at this one. Then we'll move on to the next one. So let's move on to the next one now. Number 5. Number 5 is an easy one. Again, in this, they are just asking you, write down in numbers 12,340,805. So how would you write it down in numbers? That's easy. Check your work if you got it right. So we can move on to number 6 now. That's easy. Let's move on to the next one now. That's number 6 now. Number 6 is a liter of milk costs 72p, a packet of biscuits costs 64p, a jar of coffee costs £1.38, and chocolate cake costs 95p. Nickel takes a £10 note and buy 2 packets of biscuit, 3 chocolate cakes, a jar of coffee, and a liter of milk. How much change does he get? So you need to know how much change does he get. So to work out how much change he get, I'll give you a minute to work this out. Then I'll do it for you. So try doing it now. So let's do it now. So 2 biscuits. How much is 2 biscuits? You know that because they are saying 2 biscuit. 1 biscuit costs 64p. So how much is 2 biscuits cost? So I will do 2 is to 64. That gives me £1 28. 3 cakes. How much 3 cakes cost? I know that. Let me find out how much is 1 cake. 1 cake is 95p. So how much 3 cakes cost? It'll be 3 is to 95. That is £2.85. How much is a coffee cost? If you see that a coffee, let me find out how much is a coffee cost. A coffee is £1 is £1 38 is 1 coffee. So 1 coffee cost £1 28. And how much does a milk cost? The milk costs 72p. It's given here 72p. First thing is you need to add all this up and see how much he has. So I'm adding all this up and I will get 6.23. And after that, because they're asking us how much change is left, whenever they ask you how much change is left, it's understood that you need to minus it. So after that, how much did he have? He has £10. So write £10 here and minus it from 6.23. Remember, your minus, it can't go here, it'll go here all the way. This becomes 10, this becomes 9, this also becomes 9, and this becomes nothing. So 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 2 is again 7. And 9 minus 6 is 3. So this is the change he will be left with. He'll be left with £3.77. How did we do it? We just calculated how much he's going to buy and then add them up and then minus it from £10, what actually he has, the money he has. I'll give you a minute to have a look at this one. So we can move on to number 7 now. Number 7 is an easy one. So let's go to number 7 now. If you are stuck on any of these, the best thing is you can do it yourself and then look at the working out I have done to see if you're working out the same as me or is something different. So let's move on to number 7. Number 7 has a lot of parts. So we'll be doing each part together, turn by turn. So first part is Joe and Yasmin have the same birthday. Both of them were born on the 16th of July in different years. So the first one is Joe will be 18 years old on 16 July 2005. How old will he be on July 16, 2012? So the best thing is you know that what information is given to us 2005 to 2012. We need to find the age between these two. So it's 7 years. We know that. So we know that it's 18. That's an easy one. 18 plus 7. That gives me how old she'll be on 16 July 2012. She'll be 25 years old. So she'll be 25 years old. So we found out the first one, that how old she'll be 25 years old. And the next one is, in which year Joe was born? So you just need to minus it from 2015, just minus 18. 2015 minus 18 from it, you will get 1987. So when was Joe born? She was born in 1987. There's a third part also. So let me do the third part now. I will still write this down for you guys because you need this for the next working out. So the answer for the first one, was, how old is she? We did an easy way to do it. We found that. And the next one was which year she was born. We found that also. Now the third part is, Yasmin was twice as old as Joe on the 16th July 2000. In which year she was born? So you need to find out the year Joe was born. This is an easy one. So we need to do that. Joe in 2000, we know that. We will just write as much information we know. So this is the information we know. Joe in 2005, what was her age? In 2005, she was 18 years old. And in 2000, how old will she be? You just need to minus that with that, and you know in 2000 she would be 13 years old. And then Yasmin, how old would be Yasmin? You just need to multiply 13 by 2 to get her age. So, sorry, Yasmin is Yasmin will be Yasmin will be, because they are saying twice as old as her, that's information was given to us. So we just do as much information was given to us, that is 26. And then they're asking us how old she will be in 2000. Again, the easy way is from 2000 just minus 26, because you need to know when she was born. To know when she was born, just minus 2000 minus 26, that's her age, what we got. And then we'll come to know which year she was born. She was born in 1974. That's the year she was born. So I'll do it again if you didn't understand, because I said Yasmin was twice as old as Joe on the 16th July 2000. We know that Joe in 2005 was 18, and in 2000 we minus it and we got that she was 13. And we know that Yasmin is twice as old as her, so we just multiply 13 by 2, that's 26. But we need to know what year she was born, so we minus it from 2000 minus 26, that's her age. And then we got that she was born in 1974. So that's this one now. So let's do the next one now. Let's move on. So number 8 now. I'll zoom in for you guys. In this year saying matchsticks can be used to build house diagrams as shown. This is the mass diagrams shown, diagram A, diagram B, and diagram C, and so on. So now they are telling you to complete the table. So you need to complete the table now. This is an easy one. So you need to know the difference. What's the pattern going on in this one? If you look at 6 to 11, you're adding 5 and add 5, another 5 here. So you will get another 5, you will get 16. Add another one, you'll get 21. And add another one, you'll get 26. So what is our pattern we got? How did we do it? We got it 5n plus 1. This is what our sequence was like going on. So they are saying how many matchsticks were there in the 11 diagram. So they're asking you how many were there in 11 diagram. Remember what was there in the first one? We just added 5 to get it. So we know that this is 5n plus 1. So they're asking us how many matchsticks were there in the 11th one. So to do this, I will write out our sequence. What we got is 5n plus 1. We need to find out 11. When you find out the n term, remember how we do it is the same way we are doing it here. 5 multiplied by 11 plus 1 gives me 55. 55 plus 1, that will give me 56. So this is my answer for number B. They're saying how many matchsticks would there be in the 11 diagram. I worked it out for you. That's 56. Again, they're asking you how many are there in the 101. So we'll be using the same thing as we did for this one. I'll do the working out for you. I'll work it out here for you. It's 401 equals you this sequence, the n term what we found out was this. So 100 will be 5n, and then 100 will be divided by 5. That will give me 20. So this is for our 101 matchsticks. The answer is 20. And for 11, this one is 20. Answer is 20. And this is the way how we do it. I hope you got it. It was not so hard. We just need to work out our sequences in this one. So let's move on to the next one. So let's move on to the next page. Number 9, I'll zoom that for you guys. I'll give you a minute. Again, it's some sequences now. So number 9 is using the rule, double the number and then add 3. We get this sequence when we start with 5. So 5, 13, 29, 61. They want you to find out They want you to find out the other two sequences, what are missing. That's easy. We just need to see how we get it. So the rule is double the number, you're doubling it, and then you're adding 3 to get the sequence. Double and then add 3. That's an easy one. So the next one you will get will be 125. And after that will be 253. How did we get it? Doubling. We are doubling it. 61 multiplied by 2 plus 3 gives me 125. I'll write it down here for the ones who didn't know how we did it. 61 multiplied by 2 plus 3 gives me 125. And the next one is 125 multiplied by 2 plus 3 gives me 253. So the next one is using the same rule. Now write the first two numbers in the sequence below. Same rule means you're doing the same thing here. You need to find the sequence here. What's happening in this one? My first answer would be 9. Sorry, would be 8. 8. And the next one is 19. How did I get that? Let's do it here for the ones who didn't get it. Here you will do the opposite. What you did in the previous one. When I do the opposite, I get 19 here, and then 19 divided by 3, sorry, minus 3 and divided by 2. Minus 3 and divided by 2 gives me 8. This is how we got it. In this one, number 2, you'll do the opposite what you were doing in number 1. So let's move on to number C now. So number C. Number C, they're asking you a different rule is used in the sequence below. Write down the rule. So you need to work out what rule is being used in this one. 4 plus 11. If I look at, they are adding in this one. They are adding 7. 11 to 22. They are adding 21. And then they are adding 63. And then they're adding 121. So what is the rule they are using? I will just write it down here. So the rule they are using is they're adding 3 times as much as each time. They are adding 3 times as much as each time. And they are starting by adding 7. So the first one is they are adding 7. So this is what the rule is going on. So this is what your rule is. So what did they add in the first one? If you didn't get it, in the first one, they added 7. In the second one, they added 21. In the third one, they added 63. And then they added 181. So if you look at that, is they're adding at 3 times. So they're adding 3 times of the sequence in the previous number. So this is your answer for this one. So let's move on to the next one now. That's number 10. Remember, this is a small paper. It only has 15. So if you guys are thinking how many left, so I think I should tell you guys. So let's start doing number 10 now. In number 10, they are telling you, without working out any of the answers, exactly underline the answer A, B, or C, which is approximately correct. Which one you think is correct? A student is able to type at an average speed of 58 words per minute. How many minutes would it take for her to type an essay of 1,000 words? So how much would she take in 1,000 words? A, B, or C? My answer would be C in this one. That's easy, because if I want to see the working out is 1,000 divided by 50. Remember to take your 0 to 0. Then you have, sorry, it's 10,000. So you have 3 zeros left, and then you would divide it by 5, and your answer would be 200 is your answer. But they told us estimate answer they want, so that's estimate of that one is 180. And the next one, they're asking you 9002 multiplied by 5, 9, and 7. What is your answer? The answer is number 1. It's this one. Again, if you multiply it, you'll get it. But they don't want you to show the working out. So let's leave that now. So let's go to number 11 now. I'll zoom that for you. The diagram shown is called a net. It can be cut out, folded, and stuck together to make the rectangular box below. Note the diagram are not for scale. How many faces of box will be rectangle measuring 7 centimeters into 4 centimeters? So how many will you think it will be? Number 1, how many faces of boxes? If you look at the diagram, you'll come to know it's only 2 in this one. That's easy one. So number 1 is 2. Number 2, they are asking how many faces or boxes will a rectangle measuring 7 centimeters by 3 centimeters? Again, it will be 2. And the third one, what they're asking about the same diagram is, that's 2, that's 2. What will be the measurement of remaining faces? So they're asking you what is the measurement of remaining faces? It's 4 centimeters by 3 centimeters. If you look at the diagram up a little bit, you will be able to know why I did that. 4 centimeters into 3. That's a reason. So that's the answer for this one now. It's 2. It's 2. It's 4 centimeters. by 3 centimeters. So there's a third part also of this one. Show a diagram to the top of this page. The edge will show the edge here. You should use a stick. Show on the diagram at the top of the page the edge which will stuck to the edge AB. When the box is made, you should stick a line to do it. So I'll do it on the top, this one. So I'll get the answer for number D will be here. I'll just do it for you guys. So basically what they're asking you, I'll go back to the question. They're asking you, show on the diagram at the top of this page the edge which will be stuck onto the edge when edge AB. When the box is made, you should use a thick line along the edge to show your answer. So you just need to use this diagram to do it. You know, this is 7. I know this will also be 7. This is also 7. And I know this part here is 3. This is 4. And this part here obviously will be the same as will be 3. And this one here will be 7. This one will be 7. This one will be 7. Seven, and here will be 4. This will be 3. They just want you to do this. This will be 4, and this one here, this part will be 4, and this part here, what they're asking you, this part here, this one will be also 7, and this one here will be 4. So they're just asking you to label them and see what each part is. So that's your answer for D. So let's move on to number 12 now. That's an easy one. You just need to fill up the missing numbers in this one. So let's do it. So they're asking you 143 plus what gives you 458. You just need to do the opposite, minus from here, and then you will get 315. 813 minus something gives you 198. Again, minus from this one, you will get 615. Dash minus 59 gives you 127. Just add these two to get your answer. That will be 186. And the last one in this one is, what they're asking you is 25 multiply what gives you 575. Instead of multiply, you need to divide. So you'll divide 575 divided by 25. And your answer for this one would be 23. So let's move on to number 13 now. Number 13 is on a journey of 124 kilometers, Reza travels a quarter of the distance by bus, two-thirds of the distance by train, and then needs to take a taxi for the remainder of the journey. How far does she travel by bus? So you need to work out how much she traveled by bus. We know that on a journey and travels one quarter a distance by bus. You know that. So we'll need to find that first. So we'll do 1/4 multiply by 144. You can also minus it and do it. That'll be 2. That will be 72. And you still can do it. You have 72 by 2. And we can simplify that a little more. And then we'll get 36. That's not enough. And 2/3 also we need to find out. So 2/3 into 144. That will be 1, and this will be, I'm simplifying it, gives you 48. Then you multiply 48 multiplied by 2. That gives you 96. Another one, now we found out her journey by bus and we by train. Then take a taxi for the remainder of the journey. So you need to find out how far does she travel by bus. First, you need to find out how much she traveled by bus. And then how far does she travel by train. So bus I have taken, the first one is 36. So how much she traveled by bus is 36. How much she traveled by train, that's 96. So we found out the first two parts. And there's a third part also, this one. I'll just move up. So we need to work out the third part now. So basically they're asking how much she traveled by bus, how far does she travel by train, and how much she traveled by taxi. So we found out by bus was 36, train was 96, but now we need to find out the taxi. For taxi, you just need to add 96 plus 36 first. Let's do it here. So we know that is 144 minus, and we are just adding these two up, 96 plus 36. That gives you 144 minus by 132. That will give me the answer 12 kilometers km. So this is what she traveled by taxi. So how did we do that? First they asked us how much she traveled by bus. We found that. Then they asked us by train. We found that. And then when they asked us taxi, we added bus plus train and we minus it from 144 and we got it. The answer was 12. So this is how we did this one. So let's move on to the next one now. Number 14. I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys. Number 14 is an easy one. They're asking you a factory needs enough boxes to hold 400 ornaments. Each box holds 3 ornaments. How many boxes are needed to hold ornaments? Show your working. Your answer should be in the whole number. So we know that there are 400 ornaments, boxes to hold 4 ornaments. And how many are there? There are 3. And each box holds how many? 3. So if you do your working out, you will get it. It'll be 133. And the remainder would be 1. And they told us we need to do it. We can't write remainder 1, so we'll write it 134. Another one they're asking you, each box cost £10. What is the total cost of the boxes? So we know that we got 134 in the previous one. So just multiply by 10. That's an easy one. That's 1340. And then is the third one of this one. And C and D are to combine in this one. So the first answer we got was 134. I'm just writing it down because we need it for the next one. And for this, we got it 134. How much money per ornament is being spent on the boxes? So they're asking you how much has been spent. So we just need to, what answer we got? We just need to 1340 divided by 400, 0 to 0 cut. And then 13.4 is left here. You need to divide it by 4. Because we took the zeros, we put it in the point. We did that. So then try dividing it this. When you divide is 113.40 divided by 4. I'm dividing it. It doesn't go. 3 gives you 12. 1 is left. 14. Then again you will write 3, 12, 2, 20. That is 5. So 3. Remember your points. It's 3.35. 3.35. So that's the answer now for number C and D together. So we are on the last part of the paper now, the last one, number 15. So let's do that now. Adam's watch gains 2 minutes every hour, but Sufi's watch loses 1 minute every hour. They both put their watches right at 12 noon on Monday and they do not make any other adjustments. So what they're asking you now, at 1 p.m. on the Monday, what will be the difference in minutes between the times shown on their watches? That's an easy one. 2 minutes plus 1, because it's given 1 hour, plus 1 gives you 3 minutes. That's your answer for the first part. Let's move on to the second part now. And that would be the end of our paper. The last they're asking, at a certain time the next day, they notice that their watches show times which are exactly 1 hour apart. What's the correct time when this happens? So they're asking you, what is the correct time when this happens? You know that the watches they are 1 hour apart. I'll just write down how much information is given to me. 1 hour apart. That 1 hour is 60 minutes. And it's the previous one we got 3. That's the difference it shows. Just divided by 3. Your answer for this one is 20. Not answer, one part is 20. And they're asking you, next day they notice their watches show time exactly 1 hour apart. What's the correct time? What happens? So it's 20 hours. So 20 hours means, so let's see, 12 noon to 12 noon to 12 noon is 24 hours. We know that. And 12 noon to 12 a.m. 12 noon to 8 a.m. Sorry, 8 a.m. That will be 20 hours. We need 20 hours. We need to find out in 20 hours. At 12 noon to 8 a.m. is 20 hours. So we know that will be 8 a.m. The exact time in the clock would be 8. How did he find it? We just work out, because I said in a certain time the next day they noticed their watches showed exactly 1 hour apart. What's the correct time? To find the correct time, we calculated from 12 noon to 12 noon, that's 24. And 12 noon to 8 a.m., we just need to minus it by 20 because we need 20. We need to find out what the correct time is. That's 20 hours. And then 20 hours means 8 a.m. So that's our answer, 8 a.m. And if you say that in Adam Sophie watches are an hour apart, this is same as saying that it's 6 minutes apart. Exact hour, they grow another 3 minutes apart. That's what they are doing. Therefore, 60 minutes apart will take 20 hours, 20 lots of 3 minutes, 20 hours after 12 noon is 8 a.m. the next day. This is the way how we worked it out. I hope you like this paper. It was an easy paper. And don't forget to like the video if you done all the working out yourself. If you have not, you can stop, go back and see all the working out again. I'll put the paper in the description for you guys to try doing it yourself. Thank you for joining us for this live. Subscribe to our channel if you have not. Thanks.